I'm here at the gas station, just exchange babies, not exchange babies, but just sent Bethany with Christian, my sister, so that I can head to the radio station. So I'm getting some gas, I'm going to grab something to eat. I have time since I'm in the area, and I'm going to get there early to start preparing. But service was good today. We had a small church family meeting afterwards. I was able to speak about the conference today during announcements. Of course, I always leave something out. I left out the vendor part. And to add at the end that we're Christian women focused on kingdom building. But other than that, it went well. And I'm headed to WRUU to be on air 2 p.m. But I'm going to take y'all with me. And I'll tune in there. Bye. Back in the car, and so after service every so often, I don't know if it's first, well this is like fourth Sunday, but every month we have a celebration of birthdays. Every month we have a celebration of birthdays down in the sanctuary for each birth month, so that's where that balloon came from. But one of the ladies from the church, one of the older ladies from the church, Ms. Whitlinger, she used to teach us manners, and White Gloves was, I think, the name of the group, or Roses was the name of the group. And she, and hopefully she'll be the meal provider for the conference. She's over catering for the church. And my sister's calling me, but she got her this pretty dress. So cute. Okay, let me answer my sister. I made it. I found it all right. Downtown Savannah is beautiful. This is downtown. I should know what square we're in, but I think I'm parked good. So here I am. It's in like a suite. I'll let you know what square I'm in, because downtown has squares, and I'll let you know what square I'm in when we leave. I'm inside. One of the guys that's on air at another time, one of the program hosts, he just let me in, and the show host that I'll be on air with is on her way. So I bought us both lunch, and I'm glad I made it here. I think I'm parked good. Plus they're not supposed to give tickets on Sunday anyway, as long as you're in a parking spot. And it's Sunday downtown. If you're parked in a created spot, then yeah. Hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Okay.
Testing 1 2.
That's good.
And you can adjust your volume with that and make it higher or lower.
I think it's good.
Okay. Now, when I get ready to do the commercial,
You just hit like the first one and hit play, and it'll go through all of them and stop.
okay. All right. Okay. I'll try to read this. Oh my God.
Now on these buttons, you know what we have on right now is just internal. It's not broadcasting on the green. So,
Good afternoon, Coastal Empire. This is Evie Williamson with WRUU LP Savannah, Georgia, 107.5 FM, WRUU.org. We are Savannah Soundings Community Radio with a global soul. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me this beautiful, well, at least in Savannah, Georgia, sunny afternoon. And for those of you who are in the Midwest and the Northeast, you have my sympathies for all the snow and cold weather. Okay, so welcome to the show. Okay, so today I'm very proud to say my guest is a Miss Jordan Riles. Ms. Riles, as of May 2011, graduate of Savannah State University, earning her bachelor's degree in mass communications for public relations with a minor in sociology, as well as she is a May 2019 graduate of Georgia Southern University. Yay, Georgia Southern! Earning her Master of Art in Professional Communication and Leadership. She is a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Shout out to all my Delta girlfriends around the nation and the globe. Delta Sigma Theta sorority incorporated, And she has held the position of Miss Ebony Fashion Fair 2008, Miss Savannah State University 2010 through 2011, and Miss Black Georgia USA 2013. So, folks, we got some royalty in the house today. She has served as state pageant director for 3 years, awarding over $4,000 combined in scholarships to one team and one Miss winner each year. Ms. Riles established her own LLC for pageantry, marketing, and events, Joy Enterprise LLC, in April 2019. Ms. Jordan is a recipient of the 2014 Savannah State University Influential Alumni Award, the 2016 Juneteenth Georgia Outstanding Citizens Award, and the 2018 Now Generation Award of the 50th MLK Commemorative Celebration. She also received her campus etiquette instructing certificate for the prestigious American School of Protocol in Atlanta, and her pageant judge certification from states of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. She is a career development specialist in the Office of the University Career Services and her alma mater, Savannah State University. Her personal mission statement: to amplify a young lady of class and enthusiasm as one of true acceptance, and to have others come to know how she views everything God created as beautiful. And I present to some, and introduce to others, Miss Jordan M. Riles. Good afternoon, Jordan.
Hello.
Thanks for being here.
Good afternoon. Hello, hello. The LLC was established in 2012.
Oh, please
Not
forgive me.
2019.
Please forgive me. Thank you. And
Yes, good
you know,
afternoon.
I like to say that people can do themselves more justice than I can reading
Yeah, that's
information. All right.
Yes,
But
thank you for having me.
yeah, you are so welcome. I've kind of known you over a year now.
Yeah.
And you know, your name constantly comes up in the community. Your name is always number one on people's tongues when it comes to talking about mentoring
Wow.
youth in the community. So I made a strong effort. I said I had to meet this young woman. I have to connect with this young woman, and I have to have her part of this health and wellness.
I'm honored.
Yes, no, we're honored. We're honored. Thank you so much for being here. So, Jordan, all right, I'm going to let you take it away. So, just tell me everything: who, what, when, why, what made you want to get into mentoring in youth, and everything.
That's good. I'm glad that's your focus for today, and I know it's health and wellness and healthy lifestyles, but I always, when I talk to young people, whether it's at the college, my alma mater, where I work, or whether it's throughout the schools in the Savannah-Chatham County Public School System or any other schools that I speak to students with, then I always tell them mentorship is important. I had mentors throughout college, and I still have mentors as an adult, and it's good to have a mentor in certain areas of your life that you are aiming to be very successful in. So if it's a mentor in ministry, if it's a mentor for business, if it's a mentor for just how you'd like to shape your family, someone who you view as a good family person, then you connect with those people and you continue to stay in touch with them. I just, as you read, I launched my etiquette school, Impressive School of Social Graces, in 2016, and we just started back with our 4th year of spring sessions yesterday, this past weekend, for spring 2020. And I'm looking to enroll more young ladies as well as young men for the sessions that we have with my etiquette school. I teach dining etiquette, professional personal development, modeling, acting, fitness, and nutrition.
Good.
So we talk about portions and what are some better options to choose when we go to some of our favorite restaurants as opposed to what we usually choose. I also have a spa day where we talk about hygiene, hair, skin, nail care.
Nice.
So it's 10 sessions, really 9, but that 10th session is a finishing ceremony where the youth get to show their friends and family what they learned over the past 5 months.
That sounds really interesting. Now, who is the average kid that joins this?
Well, when I cater to, when the school, now I teach and I present to all ages, collegiate, adults. I have corporate etiquette certification, but the school caters to youth ages 5 to 18. So usually their parents are like, oh, I like how this sounds, let me sign my child up. And they end up sticking with it and enjoying it, the children do. And then I have great reviews from the parents. But the typical audience or the typical student is a student that's very involved in school and extracurricular. They have what I like to call the superstar schedule, which is, this is not a requirement, but mostly the students who enroll into Impressive Etiquette are into cheering, they're into sports, they're in FBLA, they're doing things in school, they're into pageants. But I want to also let students know that they don't have to be involved in other things as a prerequisite to becoming a part of Impressum. I want them to get the encouragement to get involved elsewhere by coming to see what we have to offer here at our school.
What made you want to take on this groundbreaking
Good
for
question.
Savannah project?
I grew up, and I could credit quite a few seasoned ladies in my childhood. There was a lady at my home church, First African, historic downtown Savannah, Miss Whitlinger. She used to have this group called Roses, and she'd invite us to our house, and we had this book called White Gloves, and she'd teach us dining etiquette and how to sit properly. And those are things, it's like, you know, it seems boring, but when you learn the importance of it later, it sticks with you. And if you're the type of person who's had to do it throughout college, going to different dinners, then it becomes a part of who you are, and you want to pass it on because you start to see, okay, this needs to be, in a non-judgmental way, you start to see where there may be a gap or there may be a deficit in other people knowing those skills. And if I am well versed in the dining etiquette or the social graces, let me pass it on and let's make it a little fun so they don't think, oh, we're balancing books on our heads and we have white gloves. It's a good twist. It's a fun twist to it. And you can check the social media, the Facebook page, Impressive School of Social Graces, for reviews from the parents.
Okay. That sounds really, really interesting. So do you have like all girls? Do you have boys?
Usually it's girls are drawn to it.
That's good.
But
That's good.
it's open for guys as well. So when I go to present at different schools, guys are there and it applies to them. The spa day, of course, hair, skin, nail care applies to guys too. So we try to we try to make that a little more masculine, the spa day. But everything else, guys like to model. They like to sing. It's a talent influencing school. So we encourage the students to, if they're into writing, prepare something for that finishing show where you can read your own work. If you'd like to sing, if you'd like to dance, we have them add those things into the finishing show in addition to skits that show them eating, you know, in a formal versus non-formal setting. And they do skits to show what they've learned.
Now, thank you for that. Jordan, let me ask you, into the wellness portion of your program, what are these young ladies taking away, you know, whether it be self-esteem or feeling a sense of inclusion? What are the good success stories and end results of these young people being involved in your program?
Right. Without saying names, I've had not just the parents who give me the feedback, but young ladies who say, I went to prom last spring and I was with my date and I just told him, you know, I was kind of coaching him on how to eat. And then, you know, Miss Jordan, I've been so much more confident even applying for positions that I usually wouldn't apply for. You helped me tailor my resume. We go over professional development and students become more confident in applying for positions that they wouldn't usually apply for. And I love hearing people come back to me and say, hey, I got this internship, I got this job because you helped me with my resume, you helped me become confident speaking in front of strangers, and those are the people who were in charge of giving me that opportunity. So some of the feedback about wellness, about feeling more confident in our skin, I share with them even a part of my story where I would say middle school was the toughest for me. Middle school, early high school, where it's kind of like you walk around with your arms folded. It's almost like you shut yourself out from the world. How do we get past that that feeling of being uncomfortable because, you know, our surroundings are new, or because we don't always, we're not always a part of the in crowd. These are the students that I have. They might be involved, but then there's still something missing, or they still need some sharpening to give them an edge, to be more competitive when they go out, when they go to college, or when they compete in that pageant, or just when they interact in everyday life. So the feedback is, I feel better about doing this, or I was able to teach my friend about doing this. So
it's kind of an each one touch
rewarding.
one type thing.
Right.
And
Pass it on.
you know, social grace is a part of everyday life.
Right.
Everyday life. You know, we're all out. We don't live under rocks.
Right.
You know, we're not
have
on
to
our
come
own
out.
island. We have to come out. We have to communicate with people. People, when you go on an interview, how you look, how you present yourself, how you walk in that room, and that can be in any area. How you command a boardroom.
Right.
You know, and so are you teaching these young ladies the importance of leadership?
Yes. So we also have a budgeting goal setting session. We
Ooh,
talk
what's that?
about how you have your 100%, you save that 80% if you don't have bills. So this is for like the younger group. You save 80% and you spend 20%. And I wish I had known that earlier.
I know, don't we? It's something they don't teach.
We used to like hoard our money when we were little, and now it's like, where is that money I used to stash under my pillow?
Or
But
spend it as fast as we could get it.
right, just because we have it. So I teach them, as far as leadership, saving, as far as leadership goes, volunteering to do things that your peers might not be as willing to do, volunteering to help someone without even having to say you did it, just for making that person overall better. We teach goal setting, long-term versus short-term goals, outlining those goals. We do vision boards, and we talk about keeping focus. And vision boards are a hot thing now, but we were doing these like 2016. I don't know when they became super popular, but it's a good thing. And your vision changes every year. I would say to do one every year. We just did one with the young adults ministry at my home church, and I was like, some of my goals have changed.
and
with time.
They will. If you could give any young girl out there who's listening right now, and we're heard in a lot of places, what would be your number one piece of advice that you would give a young girl that's your program age?
I would tell the young ladies in this realm of, or in this age bracket, 5 to 18, even above, I like the advice I received. I don't remember who it was from, but do it scared. Be fearless. But if you can't be fearless, if you're still afraid about stepping out on writing that book or starting your business, you might just have to start where you are, and you'll still be afraid, but at least you're moving. So do it scared.
That's good.
I would also say focus on yourself. Don't get distracted in dating. So I just turned 30 last March. I'll be 31 in this March, but I'm newly divorced, and it's all good. It's like, focus on yourself. Make sure that you are happy and whole before you try to take on making someone else feel comfortable in their own skin, when that's not your purpose. Your purpose is to do what you can, let your light shine in the areas that you're purposed to work in life. And if you can bring other people along with you, that's fine. But if there's a struggle or a fight to try to get someone on board, you have to free yourself.
That's powerful. Yeah, and a lot of adults can take away from that.
Yeah.
That's really, really huge. Back to the mentoring piece of it. Where do you see this program 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road?
In addition to, and a lot of people are talking about their word for the year, and in addition to my word for 2020 being joy, my word is consistency. If I am consistent with getting the message out about what we offer, then I'll be able to let people know we're still working. You can still enroll. We're still active. I can come to you. You can come to me. And letting people know just what we offer. I think that I would like to see Impressum go to some other cities.
National.
You're right,
Go
where
national.
I can trust and train other coaches, other people who aspire to mentor large groups, male and female, to learn this material, this curriculum, because it's not hard. It's a lot of information, but once you learn it, it becomes a lifestyle. It becomes the things that you do, and you can pass it on, and just, get those youth, get those people who are interested in the door. And once you start teaching this information, they'll realize they need it, and they'll stick to it. I can tell you the challenge is not keeping the students once they're there. It's getting them there, and once they're there, they stay through those whole, because I let them know it's important to experience all of these courses. It's a well-rounding experience. So not just dining one day, not just professional development, personal development, words of affirmation, fitness, nutrition. Get this spa day experience. Learn that relaxing is important. That's the way we keep our energy to do more.
That's how
recharge.
we recharge. Yes.
And on another note of mentoring, I don't know if it's a plug or not, but I am hosting, along with the women of First African Baptist, a women's conference.
Oh, nice.
And that's going to mentor young ladies. It's called Joy 2020 Women's Conference. Okay. Saturday, March 7th at First African Baptist.
All right.
And,
now what's going to be going on there? That sounds like fun.
Thanks for asking. So we're going to have phenomenal gospel performances. Gabrielle Lane, she's awesome. Portia Mitchell. Our keynote speaker is Minister Beverly Akins of Word First Christian Church, and she has a phenomenal message about how to get back to the joy. Sometimes along the way in life we lose joy, we lose that brightness behind our eyes. People can tell when you're missing something. Yes. And when you have joy.
Eyes are the window to the soul.
Exactly. Eyes are the windows to the soul. And when I was going through my rough part in life, going through my transition, getting back to making life about Jordan and my little one, people were like, I could tell something it was all in your eyes. I could tell something was different about you. And now I can tell you're so much better. It's all in your eyes.
Right,
so it's about joy. It's about really being happy, not acting happy, not getting by just to say you're okay. So that's the mental wellness. Making sure that you're really okay, that you're being honest with yourself. There'll also be availability for vendors, businesses to promote the services and products they offer. You can be a vendor at this conference. And Miss Savannah State University, Aaliyah Buckholtz, is going to do a team session. It's going to be a lot of moving parts. And we'll have lunch.
Nice.
And we'll enjoy each other's company.
Okay. Yeah. And so we'll make sure
I am back in my car. We wrapped up the radio show, and my recording on the Canon stopped maybe 15 minutes before we were done, but you got a gist of it, a few minutes of what we were talking about. Mentorship was her focus for today, and we didn't really have time. I got there like 1:35, maybe 10 minutes before she asked, and by the time Miss Evie got there, it was kind of time to go in and prepare, but we rolled with it. We got it set up, and I enjoyed it. I always, of course, critique myself, like, oh, I could have left that out, or I could have said this, or, just trying to speak off of a whim and get your words straight. That's been the story of my life. But I enjoyed it. Glad it's over. My nerves weren't bad, but just, on to the next thing. So you caught that. If you were able to tune in live, thank you. That means you wanted to hear what I had to say. And thanks for your support, everybody who continues to just follow me and the several different things I'm doing, whether random or structured. So again, this was another good weekend. I'm going to go eat my baby and get us ready for the week, another week. And yeah. So look at my face. Like, I get most of my news from social media unless I'm really reading the news. Anywho, Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash. I used to love me some Kobe Bryant. Like, he used to be the finest thing on the basketball court. Me and my cousin used to fight about whose man he was. So now I'm just like, it's just weird. It's awkward, but my condolences to his family. He was young, and I'm sure well as far as health, but I don't know what to say. Like, I just read this. And yeah, that's pretty sad. It's pretty weird. So, yeah, my condolences and prayers. Like, seriously, after I log off, I'm gonna say a prayer for his family, because life is short and it's just full of unexpected turns. So, yeah. All right. Make sure you subscribe and like, and you can also comment, and stay tuned for more. Bye.